Anyone can make any more money than subsistence.
Stay there. Got a break. Stay there.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
In March, Alex Jones announced that eFoods Direct was putting together a high-volume, pre-production order of the new Quick Fix meals. By waiting for production and shipping of their orders, families were able to receive one free item for every 3 that they bought. Since the final shutdown of this buy 3, get 1 free program, we've had a lot of folks calling, disappointed that they missed the order deadline. Listen carefully. Starting immediately, eFoodsDirect.com will take pre-production orders for a buy 3, get 1 free program for 1 week ending May 14th at midnight. You will receive 1 free item for every 3 that you order of the selected products. These orders will begin shipping the first week of June. To order on the web, eFoodsDirect.com/Alex or call 800-409-5633. That's eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. 800-409-5633. Again, that's eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. 800-409-5633.
Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange Home Gain Gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. We're going back to Max Keiser with a few other questions I've got, and then I promise you, in probably 5-6 minutes, we're going to start going to your calls. Tom, Rachel, Stephen, Ian, Steve, and others. Again, we're live on this Monday, 17th day of May 2010 edition. Before we go any further, I want to tell you about a few of the sponsors that have made today's radio broadcast possible. Have you heard of the Millionaire Patriot? He has a free handgun and 5 days of world-class firearms training waiting for you. It's not enough to just own guns. You got to know how to use them, and this is a place to go. You're going to attend 5 days of world-class gun training at Front Sight Firearms Training Institute. Secure a 30-state concealed weapons permit, all for pennies on the dollar. Plus, if you act fast, the Millionaire Patriot will give you a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in the caliber of your choice. I believe now is the time to get trained and ready. There's no drill instructor or boot camp tough guy mentality. It's got all the training you need, 2-day, 4-day, 5-day courses. Go to Front Sight, like the front of your rifle, frontsight.com, frontsight.com. Also, a lot of you are thinking about getting into solar power in your home or your workshop or for camping. This is a great unit we've been putting out through our sponsor, Solutions from Science, for 3 years. I've got nothing but rave reviews. It's a solar panel system, a control panel, the battery system. It'll run quite a bit in your house. You get a bunch of these to run your whole house. It's a great way to stick more than just your toe, but your foot in. And it's very affordable, very inexpensive compared to a lot of the systems we've seen. So you can simply go to mysolarbackup.com. That's one word, mysolarbackup.com. Or you can simply Call toll-free to get a free information package, 877-327-0365, 877-327-0365, mysolarbackup.com. And then finally, here, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, filmed by Jason Burmis, we put out in the last month. Very, very important material to wake people up. Folks are waking up, but they don't have all the info. These films will give it to them. And, of course, Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic, that I'm in, that Gary Franchi, coming up next hour, maybe William Lewis, gets into 10th Amendment, states' rights, grand juries, Second Amendment, how to get your sheriff selected to take your counties back. Now shipping out, Don't Tread on Me, available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Okay, going back to Max Keiser at MaxKeiser.com quickly. You basically answered my next question in the last segment, but in layman's, simple terms.
Yes.
Do you see Asia plunging next, or how far will Europe plunge? Do you think the Eurozone's going to break up? The Germans are saying that major German newspapers are calling for a Deutsche Reich zone that only has the richest countries in Europe that are part of it. So what do you see happening with the euro? I know you can't guess this exactly, but you've been very accurate in the past. How do you see this unfolding? Who do you see going down next? When does this really start to hit the U.S.?
Right. Well, as you say, I've been pretty good at framing this and predicting this. What you have to understand is you've got a multi-trillion-dollar hedge fund business. A hedge fund is just a fund that is not bound by any restrictions in terms of the types of bets that they can make and the leverage that they have at their availability. And what they do is they go from currency to currency, and they ferret out which ones are the weakest. They then scare the bejesus out of the folks. They float rumors about the economic collapse. They crash the economy. They make a quick $100 billion or so, and then they move on. And from the Eurozone, I think that they've beat up the euro pretty good here in the last few weeks. I think the next stop is the British pound. The British pound, they've got a new government in Britain. They're trying to bring in some reforms. They're talking about bringing in banking reform. So I think that next time we talk, we'll be talking about the tragic fall of the British pound. They'll beat that up for a while. And then they either will go back to Eurozone and attack the euro, or they may come back to the U.S., because the U.S. is always the currency that these guys know best. They know how to crash it in the most efficient manner, and it's always in their pocket. They can always crash the dollar. That's something they can always do for a quick buck, but you can't do it 100% of the time. You've got to take turns crashing different currencies at different times. So I think, the way I see it, the next is the British pound. The Japanese yen is kind of a possibility at some point. Their economy has been gone now 20 straight years of deflation, and it's still highly problematic. They import something like 100% of their energy, so it's really at the mercies of the global economic system. So that's always a nice one to go in there occasionally. But they use really the yen really is what's called a funding currency. In other words, they borrow in yen because it's so cheap, and they use that to go attack a country like the UK or the Eurozone. So it depends on which country has a really weak currency. They use that to borrow, and they go attack another currency. When I was in Reykjavik, right before that economy collapsed, I sat in the 101 hotel in the sushi bar, and I talked to some bankers from Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns, and they said, look, in about 6 months, we're going to attack Iceland, and we're going to crash the Icelandic krona. And they weren't shy about talking about it, and it's exactly what they did. Now, a few years later, they're finally getting around to putting some people in jail for counterfeiting and securities fraud and all kinds of other crimes. And hopefully they'll put somebody in jail to sit next to Bernie Madoff, and hopefully Lloyd Blankfein will be there shortly.
And if we just continue to point out the emperor's butt naked and isn't wearing any golden outfit, like the little 3-year-old in the Emperor's New Clothes parable, fact, guys, print me the Emperor's New Clothes parable. I want to read that next hour on air. If we just point out the obvious, it's going to implode. Max, did you see Fox News, the New York Times, AFP, Reuters in the last month all come out